Since it came back in 2005, Doctor Who has done 13 Christmas specials, plus 4 New Year's Day specials, which were never quite the same. This new one doesn't feel like any of those. It reminds me more of Rose, the first episode of the 2005 run, introducing the new companion and her world, then dropping the Doctor into it without revealing much about him straight away. New viewers are likely to be intrigued, and there's still a lot for long-term fans to get excited about. Right away we get Ruby's mysterious backstory, where she is abandoned at a church as a baby. It's maybe a bit too similar to River Song's backstory, but it's early days yet, and clearly that's going to be explored more in the future. We also get snippets of her everyday life. She doesn't seem to be at work or college, but she does play in a band. So yeah, she's going to be stuck living with her mum for a long time. We get our first glimpse of what the new Doctor looks like wearing clothes. His outfits change from scene to scene. In one of them he's just randomly wearing a hat, and in the nightclub he's wearing a vest and kilt. I'm not doing that, it's far too cold. It's a great way to get new viewers wondering who this mysterious stranger is. You only really hear him speak in the scene with the policeman, which is a nice moment, and goes a long way to making him feel like he's fundamentally the same old Doctor, even though he's clearly a lot less inhibited than many of the others. The Doctor and Ruby come together when the baby is kidnapped. It would be easy for viewers to immediately jump to the conclusion that the baby will turn out to be a younger version of Ruby, which may be why they made the baby a different race. Plus it would be far too obvious. The goblins themselves are a wonderful design. Big eyes and ears to make them look cute, but also with big nails and teeth to make them look creepy. It's a shame that most of the scene was used for the Goblin Song music video, as it's really the big action set piece of the show, and to have it all given away in a YouTube video 2 weeks earlier does seem like a massive spoiler. But then the scene does continue after the music video, and we get 2 extra verses sung by Ncuti and Millie, which was a nice surprise, and they turned out to be fine singers. So maybe we'll get more musical episodes in the future. Just as the threat seems to be over, Ruby's erased from existence, which turns her foster mum all cold and callous. And it's really the first time the viewpoint shifts from Ruby to the Doctor. And at the same time, the tone goes from being just a sleek little romp to something a little bit darker. This woman that the Doctor and the audience barely know is now gone forever, and the world seems a much darker place without her. The goblins are defeated perhaps a bit too easily. It seems like we barely saw any of the Goblin King, but then it is Christmas, so I think they just about get away with it. Ncuti Gatwa makes the most of his first starring role as the Doctor. He has a ton of charisma and goes around charming every character he meets. His Doctor seems to be a bit of a chameleon, changing outfits every chance he gets, and his accent is also very suitable for the role. You can never really get a handle on exactly where he's from, which is perfect for the Doctor. It's quite a late role so far. We don't get to see much of the Doctor's angry, vengeful side, but that will come in time. Millie Gibson I have never seen before, as she's mainly been in Coronation Street, which I don't watch. From this performance, she's a very believable young actress. You really feel for her when Davila reveals they can't trace her family, and at the first sight of danger, she leaps into action without worrying about the consequences, which is perfect for a companion. She also looks a bit like a younger blonde version of Clara, but I'm sure that's just a coincidence. Her mother and grandmother are also well cast. You wouldn't automatically assume that those 3 were a family unit, but they play it well, and you can believe they've been together for years. Even though the whole show is about adventures in time and space, you do hope that they will keep coming back to Ruby's home life, the same way that they did with Rose and Donna, especially with Anita Dobson's mysterious Mrs. Flood around. Could she be related to Amy Pond and River Song? No doubt we shall see. Overall, it's a really fun episode. It's perfect for a Christmas special, and it does a good job of introducing the new Doctor Companion team. Ncuti and Millie clearly have a lot of chemistry, and their relationship is only just beginning. This is clearly episode 1 of the new era, and anybody jumping in with the actual full series will be lost, which is quite a bold choice, so let's see if it pays off. Maybe the goblins themselves were left a bit underexplained, as they seemed more like flat-out supernatural creatures than aliens, but we may have to get used to that in future. We get a trailer at the end of what's to come in the full series starting in May. but I'll give you my thoughts on that next week. That's when I'll be doing my preview of Doctor Who in 2024, including what's to come in the series, as well as the shiny discs that I'm looking forward to. So subscribe if you want to see that. And a big thank you to everyone who subscribed and watched my videos over the past year. My views have gone way up in the last 2 weeks particularly, so that's been really great to see, and hopefully it will continue. See you next time.